Right, Milwaukee Nut Gun. This one. Working fine. Well, selector doesn't work. That's not that big a deal. It's on full power. Customer says just wants a wee service, wee clean out and a re-grease. Anvil is getting very noisy. And right enough, she's getting caked up. Now this happens with all brands. This is just a wee quick fix for them. The anvil on them all, not just the Milwaukee. There's a steel bush or a bronze bush inside that this anvil spins round on. As you can see, there's a wee tiny bit of play in it. Eventually starts to wear out. It's not going to do any harm, it just gives you a wee bit of play. But a bit of dirt and grit can start getting in as well and binding up and takes the grease away from the insert, the brush, the steel bush, and it starts making a squealing noise in whenever you're running. Whether this is running under load or under no load, once you start spinning, this can start vibrating, making a horrible sound. So just open her up and we'll clean her out. Perfect opportunity to also check your bearings. Make sure they're not damaged. That one's fine. There's a magnet, keep it away from all the swarfing bits of metal. Everything's going to get stuck to it. Now inside she's not too bad. Need a wee clean out. Give it a switch wee clean before it gets any dirty. Careful of this wire. Pull that out. Let her sit. This ball bearing. That's where it sits, top of the main spindle. Now, there's where the sound's coming from. Hard bits of grease packed up inside of here, as well dead center. There's actually a wee hole, wee track cut to help a bit of grease stay in. Keep it lubricated. That is now full of gunk. That's where your noise is coming from. Clean all this out. Get her spotless. Put a bit of fresh grease onto here. That'll quiet it down. As she starts to develop a lot of play, you can also change that plastic ring. It's just a Teflon ring for basically a bearing for that anvil to run on. So if that starts to wear out, you can get a lot of forward and back play. You can replace that. Now you can see inside the amount of grease is on it. She's very light on the grease, not much on it at all. That's on purpose. That's not a mistake. Do not be filling this thing up with grease thinking you're going to make it run better. You will not. It takes very, very little grease. Barely anything. Just needs a wee coating on all the parts. It'll work its way around. It's a heavy grease to use. Doesn't need much grease at all. If you put too much on, it's going to pop out here and it'll come out the back. If it comes out the back, it's going to get onto your motor. So don't put too much grease on. Now, that's her cleaned up a wee bit. Nothing major. Quick wipe down. A bit of contact cleaner. Just to get rid of the grease and all. Give the body a wee clean out. These are the main ones. Gearbox and the anvil. That's the main thing you have to clean. They're now ready to go. Get her all back together again now. Very little grease goes onto these here. Even that's probably a wee bit too much, to be quite honest. Do not be going nuts with it. I can guarantee you, know from experience, it's just all going to come back out again. A wee bit of grease on that track, and a wee taste on this track. It'll just help keep it good in the long run. Stop it binding up too much. That's it. Bit down in there. Wee steel ball sits on the anvil. And they go back together again. Sure, we black grounding wire is on back here, so we clip, make sure it's in place. Just stick everything back together. Simple as. Make sure there's nothing stuck to the armature. No swarf or bits of metal. That should be it. One Milwaukee Nut Gun. Tidied up a little, because that's about as much as it did. It's not like it's got a service or anything, it's just a wee bit of a clean out and a wee bit of grease. There's no service on these machines, unless you're changing bearings or something like that. That's her.